Good morning, sir. I'm Maria Jamaica Pollosco. We are the reporters of Chapter 19, and our topic is all about contracts, specifications, and engineering relations. So, specifications for machinery and apparatus. There are three main specifications for machinery and apparatus: general specifications, detailed specifications, and design specifications. So, in general specification, it is usually prepared for occasions when it's proposed to purchase standard designs of manufactured machinery. So, if we elaborate specifications is a detailed description or design of a material used to make something, or it is identified precisely or precise requirement. The meaning of apparatus also is a technical equipment or machinery that is needed for a particular activity or purpose. So, number one, general specification. It is usually prepared for occasions when it's proposed to purchase standard designs of manufactured machinery. So, in shorter terms, the general specifications is a brief description of a machinery, but it do not form a part of a contract document. So, general specification is just a brief description of a machinery. Detailed specifications is usually prepared for occasions when it is proposed to purchase machines which are designed by the manufacturer but which are manufactured to order are more or less special in accordance with the demands of the purchaser. So, detailed specification is if you add a proportion, if you add a detail or something you want to add in a machinery. So, in shorter terms, detailed specification is limited edition. It is purchased by the manufacturer but which are manufactured to order and are more or less special. So, in technically, detailed specification is made to order machinery, and it is limited edition. Next is the design specifications, usually accompanied by complete detailed plans and designate definitely and minutely in full detail every part and portion of the machine to be provided, describing the material from which it is to be made, its qualities and strength, the workmanship and finish, and the weight, size, and dimensions of all parts. So, design specification is more complicated than detailed, because detailed, it is manufactured by the manufacturer. So, it is designed by the manufacturer, and it is manufactured. The manufacturer will manufacture that machinery if you will order it from them. But the design specification is not as easy as the detail, because design specification is for you to design your own machinery, and you send it to the manufacturer for them to make what you want. So, design specification is the one that you designed with complete details, with what you want the details will be, and what height, size, or dimensions you want in that machinery. And it is not made by manufacturer, so it is for them to made for you. So, that is made to order also, but it is more complicated because it is your design. Selections are where the specifications are general and not specific. The standing and experience of the maker become important, and investigation of his general reputation, the length of his experience, the facilities he possesses for manufacturing, and the design and workmanship of the machinery ordinarily made by him. Selection. So, by its meaning, selection is not the specific. So, selection is to choose from. So the manufacturer's reputation is at stake at this moment in the selection stage. Next is preparation of specifications for machinery. A is specification, which must always be included. There are also things that you'll consider in requiring specifications for steam boilers, such as it includes number of boiler required, steam pressure, boiler capacity, purpose for which boilers are desired, boilers to be delivered where, foundation and settings to be furnished by whom, apparatus, boilers to be erected by whom, specify tools, specifications, fittings, and equipment to furnished with boiler, time of delivery, detailed specifications, and as design specifications. Consumer, as we know, to know the right size of a boiler, we should get this usually prepared for occasions when it's proposed to purchase standard designs of manufactured specifications for steam boilers are: the boiler should be required to specify. The bidder is diameter of boiler, length of boiler, or design diameter and length of water used to make something, or it is identifying weight of boiler, weight of fixtures, or thickness of shell, thickness of head. The meaning of apparatus also bidder should be required to furnish setting diagram that is showing floor space occupied and the position of all pipes and connection. Number 1, general specification. It is prints showing the type of boiler offered. When it is desirable to require the bidder to submit detailed specification describing the general and particular features, the general specification in the construction of the boiler, description on which the proposition is machinery. Avoid so far as possible specifying exactly mentioned contract document. So mentioned under general specification is just under J description for all detailed specifications, detailed specifications from the maker. Detailed specifications is usually often unnecessary for occasions when it is proposed. Another specification is the boilers are designed by the manufacturer, but which are manufactured to order are more economy, special, guaranteed in accordance with the demands of the purchaser. So, also the specification is, it'll also require specification for you, if you add a proportion, if you add a detail or general something you want to add in the machinery, specifications for steam engines. In shorter terms, detailed specification is limited edition, includes number of engines required by the manufacturer, which the engines are manufactured to order, and horsepower required, so engines to be delivered where, foundation to be built by whom, detailed specification is to be erected by order, machinery, specified tools, and it is fittings, it is limited to be furnished with engines. Next is the design specifications, general requirements usually accompanied by complete detailed steam engines, designate definite delivery, and the bidder should be in full detail every part and portion of the following parts of the machine provided, describing the material from which bidder should be required furnish, which setting diagram showing floor space, its qualities and position, the workmanship, and catalog cuts or prints showing general type of machine and dimensions of a avoid as far as possible. Design specification is exact dimensions is more complicated than detailed. Another requirement it is manufactured by the manufacturer. So it is designed by the manufacturer. The bidder should be required to specify the type of machine. The manufacturer will manufacture that machinery if you order it is made from them. Bidder should be required to furnish setting diagram showing the floor space and position of connection. It's not as easy as the detail because design specification is general type of machine offered. It is for you to design your own machinery and you to require send it to the manufacturer for them specifications to describing the general you want features, what you want construction of the machines in which design the specification is submitted. Designed with avoid as far as possible specifying exact dimensions, the details will other features, and mention what height, size, or in dimensions you want in that machinery requiring departures. It is not made by the manufacturer, so standard. It is mean for them to make for you unnecessary expense. That is made to order also. So general requirements for specifications for electric generator motor design. Also is greater detail concerning specifications or general desired specific regulation and convenience of the maker guarantee and forfeiture investigations. Is general reputation, the length of his experience, the facilities he possesses, in short, manufacturing and the design and workmanship, the three of the machinery ordinarily that I read and discussed. So likely alike because its meaning selection is their type of specifications should be general. Selection is brief to choose from because the manufacturer's reputation is at stake at this moment. A machinery work in the selection stage. Its purpose next is preparation of specifications for machinery. A is specifications, which must always be included. I will send my PDF. There are also things that and you'll consider try to read it. Thank you and God bless. Requiring safe specifications for steam boilers, such as it includes number of boiler required, steam pressure, boiler capacity, purpose for which boilers are desired, boilers to be delivered where, foundation and settings to be furnished by whom, boilers to be erected by whom, specify tools, fittings, and equipment to furnish with boiler, time of delivery. So, as consumer, as we know, to know the right size of a boiler, we should get the specification of it.
Should or may be included in the general
additional requirements for specifications for steam boilers are the boiler should be required to specify, the bidder, diameter of boiler, length of boiler, number, diameter and length of water loops, weight of boiler, weight of fixtures, thickness of shell, thickness of head. Also, bidder should be required to furnish setting diagram showing floor space occupied and the position of all pipes and connection, or catalog, cuts, or prints showing the type of boiler offered. It is desirable to require the bidder to submit detailed specification describing the general and particular features in the construction of the boiler on which the proposition is submitted. Avoid so far as possible specifying exact dimensions of features mentioned under J for all detailed specifications requiring departures from the maker's standards mean extra and often unnecessary expense. Another specification is the boiler specification should also include position, type, economy, guarantee, insurance, and forfeiture. Also the payments. It will also require specification for general requirements for specifications for steam engines. Its specifications includes number of engine required, steam pressure under which the engines will operated, horsepower required, engines to be delivered where, foundation to be built by whom, engines to be erected by whom, specify tools, fittings, and equipment to be furnished with engine, general requirements for specifications for steam engines, time of delivery. The bidder should be required to state the dimensions of the following parts of the machine. Bidder should be required furnish setting diagrams showing floor space and position of pipes, catalog cuts or prints showing general type of machine offered. Avoid as far as possible specifying exact dimensions cylinder. Another requirement for specifications for electrical generator motor is the bidder should be required to specify the type of machine on which proposition is made. Bidder should be required furnish setting diagram showing the floor space and position of connection, catalog cuts, or prints showing general type of machine offered. In general, it is desirable to require bidder to submit detailed specifications describing the general and particular features in the construction of the machines in which the propositions is submitted. Avoid as far as possible specifying exact dimensions or other features mentioned in for detailed specification requiring departures from the maker's standard mean extra and often unnecessary expense. So general requirements for specifications for electric generator motor also
pumps shall
is
each have capacity
greater
at least
detail
gallons per
concerning
minute.
type of
Reduced
machine
gallons per
desired,
day
speed,
obtainable hours are
regulation,
participants
economy,
should
finish,
not
guarantee, and
exceed
forfeiture
feet per
payments.
minute.
So
Number 3 is service.
mm,
The pump
in
shall be
short,
capable of pumping the quality of water
the
above the specified against
three
an ordinary
specifications that I read
pressure
and
of
discussed
pounds
is
per square
more
inch,
likely alike
head
because
of feet,
their
or
their
against a
type of
fire pressure of
specifications
pounds
should
per
be
square
general
inch.
and brief
Heads of
because
feet
of
or fire service.
they
Therefore,
just
types of
explained
pump.
how a machinery work, its purpose, and how
Number
to
4, types of
operate
pumps.
them. So
It
if
should
you
be
have
a
questions,
cylinders.
I will send my PDF
It could be
in Google
single,
Classroom and
duplex,
please try
or
to read it.
triplex.
Thank you and God bless. Keep safe.
Number B, action. Should be double acting or single acting. Number 5, efficiency. Number 6, and the drawings. And the number 7, specification and description. And number 8 is the general design. And number 9 is the general dimensions. And number 10 is the general details of the construction. It could be the pump frame, water ends, water, water valve constructions, power ends, connections, water connections, lubricators and oil cups, pipe size, foundation of bolts, foundation, and and number 11 and number 11 is painting and finishing, and number 12 is the furnishing, 13 is the erection, 14 is mark, 15 is factory test, 16 is test for acceptance, 17 is guarantee and insurance, 18 time of completion, and 19 is the payment. The specifications. After the preparation of the previously described, the engineer should prepare with great care the specification for the machine or appliance desired. All that has previously been discussed in regards to the writing of the specification should be kept fully in mind, and everything should be done to assure that the specifications shall be full and complete, clear, and explicit. If the outline has been prepared with care, the attention of the engineer can be confined to the preparation of the specification in carefully worded and exact language which will assure a clear interpretation of his requirements by elimination of all indefinite, indeterminate, and ambiguous language. If all arbitrary, unfair, and unnecessary requirements are eliminated, he will be reasonably assured of low and intelligent proposal. The following statements of the requirements of general specification given will still further illustrate the matters and arrangement is suggested. General specification for machinery. When general specifications for machinery are to be issued, they should be include the following. Number 1, the extent of work. In this specification should be defined in general terms what is required under the contract including the furnish of the machine or the number of machines required and the point of delivery, and also the preparation of foundations and by whom, the erection and by whom, the various furnishing, tools, fitting, and equipment required with the machine. Number 2, the capacity. Under this head, the capacity of the machine should be specified. This specification should define the amount of quantity and the rate of the work with machine which will be required to do or accomplish the specified time. Number 3 is the service. Under this head should be included the specifications regarding the pressure intensity under the or against rather which the machine is to operate. This would include the steam-driven machinery, the steam pressure to be furnished to operate the machine and in pumps, compressor or electrical generators, the pressure against which machinery is to operate. Number 4 is the type of machine. In many classes of machinery, special types of machine are capable of operating with a greater or less degree of economy, and wherever possible, the selection of type of machine should be made by engineer preparing the specifications. Without necessarily entering into the details of constructions, when the type is given, the variance in the bids of receipt is largely limited, and the selections of machinery becomes more largely a question of price that we are large variety of types is considered. Therefore, types of machines. Number 5 is furnishing. And lastly, the drawing plans. Specification of boilers. Specification of boilers are the following. First, the number required. The number required, there shall be 150 horsepower boiler. The second is rating. Rating, the horsepower of the said boiler shall be rated on an evaporated 30 pounds of water per horsepower per hour under 70 pounds of steam pressure with feed water at a temperature of 100 degrees Fahrenheit or the equivalent to such conditions. Number 4. Type of boilers. The boilers shall be an literally fired return tubular boilers, water tubes boiler, or return tubular boiler. Number 5. Description and drawings. Details description and drawings, tracing or print shall be furnished describing the showing in details and dimensions of every part of the boilers and appurtenances thereof. Number 7. Front. Front. That's front. Number 7 is front. Number 7 is front. Out. That's it. The next is front, not front. That's front. Front. The next is front. Front. That's not front. It's front. Boiler front shall be of a neat and artistic designs proved by the engineer. Front. Boiler front shall be neat and artistic, designed by approved by the engineer. And next is pipe connection. All pipe connection necessary for the operations of the boiler shall be made by contractor and shall include all pipes between the boiler and the feed pumps and between boiler may be used independently or in the connections with the boilers already in use and in such manners that its use can be discontinued at any time and the other boilers used to operate any engine. The next is furnishing. Furnishing. There shall be furnished and installed with this boiler and necessary appurtenances of its care and management tools. Number 10 is inspection of insurance. The boiler shall be inspected and insured by the Hartford Steam Boilers Inspections and Insurance Company. Number 11. The next is efficiency of boilers. Efficiency of boilers. The boiler shall give the efficiency guaranteed by the contractor on his proposal. The next is guarantee. 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 The contractor guarantees the design and workmanship to be as described as specified in this specification and in the specifications furnished by him and accompanied his bid for the work in questions. Next is the contractor further agrees to have plant complete and erect. The contractor further agrees to have the plant complete and erected on the foundation and ready for use by the day of the 19th, subject to the general form of the contract. The next and last is the payment. 1/3 of the contract price for said boilers should be due and payable when the boiler is received, and apparent good order at 1/3 additional shall be due and payable after the boiler has been successfully tested in accordance with those specifications. That's all of our report with Maria Jamaica Pollosco and me, Rowen Raz Collantes. Thank you and God bless.